Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Continuous Improvement, the podcast that helps you stay ahead in the ever-changing world of web development. I'm your host, Victor, and today we have an exciting topic to explore: JSON Web Tokens, commonly known as JWTs. So, let's dive right in. In today's rapidly evolving web development landscape, the need for robust and secure authentication mechanisms has become paramount. That's where JSON Web Tokens come into play. They've revolutionized the way applications handle user authentication. In this episode, we'll explore the architecture, benefits, use cases, and best practices of JWTs. So, let's get started. JSON Web Tokens, or JWTs, are compact and URL-safe tokens used for securely transmitting information between two parties. These self-contained tokens carry all the necessary information within themselves, eliminating the need for server-side storage. They are represented as strings and consist of three parts: the header, the payload, and the signature. The header, the first part of a JWT, provides information about the token to the recipient. It typically contains the type of token, JWT, and the signing algorithm used, such as HMAC SHA-256 or RSA. It's important to note that the header is not encrypted and exists solely to convey information. Moving on to the payload, the second part of a JWT. It contains claims, which are statements about the user and additional data. There are three types of claims: registered, public, and private. Registered claims include standard fields like issuer, expiration time, subject, and more. Public claims can be defined by those using JWTs, while private claims are custom and agreed upon by parties in advance. Last but not least, the signature. The signature is generated by combining the encoded header, the encoded payload, and a secret known only to the server. This ensures the integrity of the token and allows the recipient to verify that the token has not been tampered with. Now that we understand the architecture of JWTs, let's explore their benefits. Firstly, JWTs are stateless, which means the server doesn't need to store session information. This reduces overhead and improves scalability. Secondly, JWTs are secure. They are signed, making sure the data within them remains tamper-proof. Additionally, they can be encrypted for further security, although this is optional. Thirdly, JWTs are flexible. They can carry arbitrary data, which makes them ideal for sharing user-related information across microservices. And lastly, JWTs are cross-domain compatible and can be easily transmitted via URLs or in the header of an HTTP request, making them suitable for single sign-on (SSO) scenarios. So, where do JWTs find application? Well, there are several common use cases. Firstly, JWTs are primarily used for authentication and authorization, securely granting users access to specific resources or actions. Secondly, JWTs are used in single sign-on (SSO) systems, where a user logs in once and gains access to multiple applications without needing to log in again for each one. Lastly, JWTs can be used to exchange information between different services or microservices in a distributed application architecture. As with any technology, there are best practices to follow when implementing JWTs. Firstly, ensure secure key management. Protect the secret used for signing the JWTs and consider using asymmetric algorithms for enhanced security. Secondly, set a reasonably short expiration time for JWTs, minimizing the window of vulnerability. Thirdly, avoid storing sensitive information in the payload, as JWTs are not encrypted and can be easily decoded. And finally, in certain cases, like a compromised token, implementing a token revocation mechanism might be necessary to invalidate JWTs before their expiration. To wrap up, JSON Web Tokens have become a cornerstone of modern web development, providing a secure and efficient means of authentication and data exchange. By understanding how JWTs work and following best practices, developers can implement robust and scalable authentication solutions for their applications, ensuring the integrity and security of our online experiences. That's it for today's episode of Continuous Improvement. I hope you found our exploration of JSON Web Tokens insightful and applicable to your work. As always, stay curious, keep learning, and embrace continuous improvement. Until next time.